The Psychology of the Solar Plexus and the Subconscious Mind by Julia Seton, M.D. Chapter 5. Directions for Linking the Objective Mind and the Solar Center. The point of union between the physical body and the psychical body is the solar plexus, the switchboard where the connection is made, or the idea centers of the objective mind. The first step in correlation is to control the idea centers. Get a calm thought. Our thoughts are the things with which we admit vibrations into our body which produce harmonious or inharmonious emotions. As we think, so we feel, and if these thoughts are harmonious, we respond constructively. If they are inharmonious, then destructive changes begin within our body. Remember that, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. Get a beautiful constructive thought vibration. Then begin the in-breathing of long, deep physical breaths, inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth. During each breath, keep the thought of love, peace, health, joy, realization, and illumination, anything you desire, but choosing always the thought which will awaken within your physical body the finest and highest impulses. With each breath, know that you are really drawing from the inexhaustible supply, the energy that will express for you in the things you desire. Feel that coming into your body through your solar center is the great ray of infantile creative energy, which you in your higher understanding are simply separating into form for your immediate needs. After a few moments spent in concentration, breathing, and meditation, draw a long, deep breath and exhale slowly. Repeat again and again until you can feel an increasing respiratory sense. Then, holding the breath without exhaling, forcefully raise and lower the diaphragmatic muscle. Repeat from 5 to 20 times. Release the breath as soon as the exercise becomes effort, and inhaling again. Remember, there must be a period in which one does not breathe at all. We simply let the great breath breathe through us. First, to think harmoniously and breathe consciously. Second, to breathe deeply, holding each breath as long as possible, then releasing and waiting as long as possible before inhaling again. Third, inhale, holding breath and massaging solar center with diaphragm, then releasing and again taking up the ordinary breath. The massage of the solar plexus through this breath gives one increased circulation of blood to the solar center, and this increases its attracting power. With a full stream of psychical energy flowing in from without, a full stream of power is released by the cells of the solar plexus itself. This electro-radiant energy flows over the sympathetic nerves and is transmitted to the cerebrospinal nerves and centers, and a warm glow begins to pervade the physical flesh. The psychical body is then inhaling its normal ether, and the physical body is inhaling its own, and this causes scientific union between the two bodies. The physical body demands this re-intensification of psychical ether just as a flower demands rain currents, rain and dew, and the psychical body demands this influx of heavier energy just as the high current demands the wire to insulate, centralize, and bring forth its power. Let the flesh body become devitalized and the current ceases. Let the current become too intensified and it electrocutes the body, driving it on hour after hour in a wild explosion of psychical energy. The functions of the subconscious mind, psychical self, are memory, feeling, intuition, revelation, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and seership. All subjective states of mind belong to this body, and there must be kept perfect polarization between this and the physical body, or its functions become slow, dull, and finally cease, or run wild as in mania, insanity, etc., which leave the individual a devitalized plaything of his own subjective senses. The functions of the objective mind and body are attention, impressions, registration, expression, and control with harmonious expression of all subjective sensations. Separate from its normal electrical action through the influx of the finer psychical energy, the physical body becomes clogged, morbid in secretion and excretion, dull in receiving impressions, and utterly incapable of carrying out a psychical command. Stolid, stunned, fit brother for the ox. The conscious command of the psychical functions through concentration of the mind and usage of the solar plexus has been the method of the seer for all time, and the power to make the body obey thought and feeling is the possession of all normal minds. Understanding of these bodies and vital centers and the control of these centers is giving us an almost supernatural manifestation of power. These exercises should be done at least twice daily, each morning just after arising and each evening just before retiring. The reaction will be instantaneous. There will at once pass into the body an increase of finer electrical energy, and this energy, manipulated, controlled, and distributed, will pass the ordinary individual into the possessions of the Superman. The solar plexus is the center of the man's universe, and through it he is one with all things. This is the single eye. Take heed, therefore, that thine eye be single, for if thine eye be single, thy whole body will be full of light. End of chapter 5. End of book. The Psychology of the Solar Plexus and Subconscious Mind by Julia Seton, M.D., narrated by Rex King.